You, what are you doing? What are you doing in there? Get out of my beard. Nobody told you to be my beard. Get out of there. All right, come back in here. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's a nice beard. All right, you can stay here a while. Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Beardacus Articus. My name is Paul and I'm the beard behind Beardacus Articus. Now, today what we are going to be doing is to finish up the Christmas presents for my children, hopefully before next Christmas, because it's already a month after Christmas and anyway, I don't know what happened except for the fact that I did not have the correct tools. Now, I set out to make a 3 Lego lap tables for my children with the Lego base plates inlaid into it with handles and everything. I thought it would be really cool, and it would have been really cool except for the fact that didn't quite work out. So this is not what it's supposed to look like. My 10-year-old loves it. She enjoys it. They have a lot of fun with it, obviously, but those are obviously really badly done, these handles. They were not supposed to be open, but I didn't have the right tools. This right here was supposed to be inlaid, but I didn't have the right tools. And all in all, I'm not pleased with the outcome. She enjoys it. It's serviceable. It's fine, but the next ones will be better. So what we have here, I'm actually going to make them correctly now that I have the right tools. My wife and kids bought me some really awesome tools for Christmas. So what we're going to do here, we have just a piece of 3/4 inch plywood that I cut down to size. Now, don't do what I do here. For instance, look at these knots. They're going to present quite a bit of problem whenever I cut out the handles. Now, I've already begun working on the other one, which did have a significant knot. It was a lot easier to get around. That's the one you're going to be watching me do. But this one I'll work out as well. But here, what we have here, if you can see, I already have the lines measured out and everything for this. This is the Lego plates themselves are 10 by 10, so I have two. It'll be 10 by 20. And what we're going to do is cut out the handles, and then we will we'll go ahead and remove all of this material about maybe a 1/4 inch down, and then we'll sand it, make it flat, go ahead and finish this. We'll bevel the edges, and then I will go ahead and glue down the base plates down there, and we'll have a really awesome sturdy lap table that the kids can carry around and then build their Lego sets on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now the next thing to do is to get my trusty drill here, and we will, first thing, we're going to take some wooden blocks here. I'll block it up because we want some space underneath it. And then I will take this and find a way to open it up. Brute strength, come on! Beard powers. I need my beard powers. Come on, you can do it. I obviously don't have any beard powers. Ow, ow, hey, it bit me. 4 hours later. Beard powers. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
This This has a guide to keep it straight. This is a special cutting bit to cut that out. That's what I didn't have last time, so I couldn't cut yours out right.
Oh, well, I'm happy the way you did it.
The thing I'm having problems with is that this bit keeps sliding down. I've got it tightened in there well enough, but for some reason maybe it, and then it doesn't quite cut correctly, so gotta keep adjusting it. Okay, it's a little bit janky, you see, but it won't take much to sand that down to get that cleaned up really nicely. Next side. I always forget. I don't know why I always forget. I'm going to remember. I'm making it a habit. Safety first, guys. Safety first. Alright, that's both handles. Pretty good. So we're going to be using that right there. It's just a little, see if it'll focus now. It's just a little sander. And we're going to sand up these little bits here. Good. Store that away. This is a sander.
That's a sander? So you're sanding it right now?
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
That's a sanding pad.
Sanding pad? You put it onto that?
Yeah, I already have one on.
Oh.
I probably will end up needing another one.
How many do you have?
Oh, I have enough.
You have enough. Of course you have enough. Do you need that mask?
Yes.
Put it on over your beard.
Safety. Safety. Safety is important. That's a whole lot better. Whole lot better. Not completely done, but we're not finished yet. So that's where I want it to be right now. Okay, that's a much better camera angle, isn't it? I mean, y'all are probably sitting there thinking, that's an awful camera angle. What's wrong with you? Well, I'm new to this. Just be patient. But here we go. we're going to start working. So what we're doing next is we're going to take this little bit here. It's like a hard sanding stone, and we're going to come over here, like that, and go around these edges and just kind of go down about 1/8 of an inch as far as we want it to be, and to just trace out the outside. That'll give me a good little start to fit the carving tools in, and then we'll start carving all this out. Let's see what happens. Well, I didn't like that very much, did it? Broke. Go back on. Ooh, that thing is hot. Nope, it's done. Say hi, girls.
Hi, everyone, whoever you are.
Alright, so this time, the last one broke, and it got a little bit hot. So this time I'll take a little bit more time to cool it off before I keep using it. Be careful. And you're so silly. Okay, so now I have grooves in either side, and I'm going to go ahead and put grooves all the way down on both sides. I'll be honest, I don't really want to use the carving set to carve this out. I've never used carving tools before. I got them for Christmas, and I've never actually used a rotary carver either, so I'm learning. Yeah, that's the proper way to frame this shot, I think, is with the beard. It needs to be brushed. It's much longer. It's just being weird today. Anyway, so yeah, but I might think of a different way to do it. We'll give it a shot. So that's the thing, is just trying things that we've never done before. So that's really what we're doing today. I'm going to go ahead and continue with doing the kind of the trench along with the top and the bottom, and then from there we'll see what we're going to do. So let's try. Let's see. It's easy to know whenever it's getting too hot because it starts scorching the wood. You see the wood scorching right there, so it's like let's cool it down a little bit. It's okay, little buddy. Cool down. It's okay. Don't need to get so upset. I think he's ready to go. Cool down, man. Gotta watch your temper. Oh, you see the dust? See the dust? He's about ready to melt down. He's like, no more, no more. Well, let's just use him till he breaks. Oh, yeah. He didn't break in body, he broke in spirit. I think he's done. Done for. The hole got too big. Yeah.
Why aren't you being funny?
What?
Why aren't you being funny on this show?
Wait, hold on. Ask me that question again. No, say it louder.
Why aren't you being funny on this show?
This is not a funny show. This is a serious woodworking show. It's serious. It's serious. Do you hear me?
No.
Serious.
No, I don't hear you.
Get away! How am I supposed to? Hey, get off my beard! Get out of my beard! Hey! Whoa! Guys, that feels really good, actually. Hey. No, keep going. That's pretty awesome.
This is just awesome.
Okay. I think I'll wear my hat like that from now on. That's pretty good. All right. All right, I have to get back to work. All right, get out of here. Get, shoot. Shoot. I have a feeling that my ad's wrong somehow, but I just don't know. That side is done. Okay, so yeah, all the trenches are done. The trenches, 21 pilots, yeah, trenches. Anyway, yeah. Now lately, I have been taking my coffee black, like a man, like a bearded man. I finally was shamed into it after I realized that I was being a little girl, putting cream and sugar in my coffee. So the French press, you know, and it's the only way. Now, look at that steam. Rising off. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is to take this right here. I've already kind of begun just a little bit test to see how easy it would be. I don't really know. I've never actually had to remove this much material, and I only want to go down about 1/8 of an inch, about the width of the Lego base plate itself. So it's going to be complicated, we'll see, but I'm going to take my carving tools and we're going to just remove all of this material. And after I'm done with that, we'll go ahead and shape up the handles a little bit more, bevel the edges, sand this down so it's nice and flat, and then start on the back. All right, so now let's just get started. That's really good. That's really good. So I've made it to this point here, and that has taken me the better part of half an hour, and that's you know, it's not very long, and I don't mind putting in the work to do it. But if I have better tools, which I think I do, to accomplish this, and I'm going to give them a shot. So that's the next step. We're going to go ahead and take out the rotary carver and see if we can knock this material out a lot quicker. Just get it done. So it's obvious that being lazy is not a virtue, and definitely going to have to do it the hard way. So after an evening of trying to carve that out the hard way, I sent a message to my good friend, Lord Reverend Jones. He's a fellow Scottish Lord. I too, if you didn't know, am a Scottish Lord and an ordained minister, so you can refer to me as Lord Reverend Beardacus from now on. But anyway, I sent a message to my fellow Lord, and I asked him if what would you think? How do you think I should do this? And he said, well, man, you need a router. And I'm like, I need a router? Of course I need a router. I know I need a router. I don't know what I was thinking, but he knew exactly what I needed, and he came through for me. I didn't have a router. I'm still building up my tools. If you can hear the noise out back, kids are playing, there's cars, it's just deal with it. So he came through for me, got me a router, and I just broke the box he made. Router bits. I'll fix that for you. Fix that for you, Lord Jones. And some other necessary stuff that's really going to just streamline this project. So let's get working on it with the right tools. We'll get it done this time now. So I'm done, and this was a blue shirt. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wow, that was refreshing. Okay, so. Look at that. Now it's far from perfect. I have to sand it down. I have some touch-ups to do, but my goodness, that router took off every bit of that material that I needed, plus a little bit, which is not the router's fault. It's looking good though. Oh man, it's cold outside, but I got some nice hot coffee, so. Oh, that's good. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and with my rotary carver, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. The edges they need to be touched up pretty badly, and then I'm going to touch up the. I'll tell you what. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. What we're going to do is we're going to take this kind of ugly duckling and make it pretty, and then we can move on to the thing that I really am looking forward to. That is the back. Really looking forward to that. But first, you know, we work before we play. The back is the play, the cleaning up is the work. Let's get the work done. I should say that if this thing becomes amazing, it is not my doing. It is completely the doing of Lord Jones, who gave me not only this awesome router, but some awesome router bits. I don't know if you can see that there. It's going to make the beveling on the outside edge just so incredible, so much better than I had anticipated. I'm excited. Let's get working on that. So we have the edges beveled. It looks amazing. I took a lot of material off. It feels a lot lighter. And now I'm going to go ahead and use some regular sandpaper and just give it a good sanding. So after what feels like hours of sanding, both with the sander, the rotary sander, and hand sanding, this is what we have. Let's see if we can. So the edges are completely beveled all the way around, including the handles. And it's not perfect, but you know what? Perfection is for losers. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm looking for as awesome as I can make it. And I really like it. I like it a lot. I think the knot, as you can see, the knot really was a difficulty for this handle. It made it difficult to get it shaped the way I wanted it, and it's very thin. But I think it's serviceable as is. And now the next step is to fit the plates on here and make sure that they fit properly, and then work on the back. So it's going to be looking, I'm looking forward to the back. I really, really am. So. They fit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is design the image for the back of the Lego table. My middle daughter, she wants a monkey, and so we're going to get a image of a monkey, and then basically you just put geometric shapes all over it to make a geometric monkey pattern. I'll print it out and just put it on top of that, trace out the geometric patterns onto it, and then I'll use my rotary carver to carve it out. It's going to be really awesome, so just follow along with me as I design it. Start with a new image. We're going to do 10 by 10 inches. It'll be basically 10 inches by 10 inches is, I think, the right size for it, so we'll do that. So we have that. Now we'll go to Google. Now I'm not going to steal an image, but we're going to just search for chimpanzee clip art. I'm not going to use this necessarily. I just need a reference, really, for what I'm doing. Now, I like this one right here. I think this one's cute. So we'll take that, put it here, and let's just make it bigger. All right, that's good. That's really good. It's a good place to start. So what we'll do now is we're just going to break this up into geometric shapes. Okay, so what I have here is I have taken this cool little monkey dude, and I made a geometric pattern basically over him, and I went ahead and kept his face because I didn't like the way the geometric pattern looked whenever I tried to put it over his face. I think he'll look a lot cooler when I carve out his face. Now I'm going to print this out and put it on the back of the Lego lap table, and then I will start carving, and I'll just carve out every little bit of this. It's going to be really, really cool when it's done, and it will really set her Lego lap table apart. So there he is. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is to take this flat metal grinding disc and come over here and grind all of the individual lines into the wood. And then once they're done, I can take this off and I will have the outline sketched out basically, and then I can go ahead and work on beveling and shaping the geometric shapes the way I want them to. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. This is when it gets tricky. As you can see, the little pieces are coming out as I grind, and so I have to do it just right so that I don't lose them before I'm ready to. My wife suggested I glued it down. I thought I couldn't wrap my mind around how that would work. I realized I should have glued it down. Pro tip, always listen to your wife. Rip it off. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get on to the carving of the geometric shapes, and I had to wait a day to do it, and thankfully it was only a day because Amazon is pretty awesome, and I'm a Prime subscriber, and so what I needed were some better bits, and so this is what I got there. Let's take a look. These look like pretty awesome bits. They really do. They look like pretty awesome bits, and so. I think the work there, I'm going to put a link down in the description. They're $12.99 free shipping. It took 24 hours to get them in the mail, which is phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to using these things and really getting this done. So let's go ahead and get it done. Right, almost done. Okay, so I know it's a little dim over here, it's a little dark. It's like 10 o'clock at night, everybody's asleep. It's about the only time I have to do this sort of thing. So anyway, this is what we're working with. It is taped up, got the monkey here covered up, and now we are going to spray paint it. So my middle daughter River, she picked out yellow. Shake this thing, get it nice and shaken. I think that's shaken enough. Shook, I think it's good. All right, so first things first though, safety. Glasses get fogged up. It's one of the biggest problems. This type of mask here. Got to get a better one. The glasses just they get fogged up. I don't know how to fix that, but it's really annoying. fogged up that is. It's a mess. And I'm just gonna have to do without because I can't see what I'm doing. I am by no means a spray paint master. I'm actually pretty new to it, like I am to everything. But from what I understand, slow burst keeps it from running, which is of course what I'm going for. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. We're gonna need more than one coat. So. Oh, I'm not very intelligent sometimes. I had that hanging up, drying. Decided I was just gonna go ahead and go out of the garage. Lifted the garage door, and it was hanging right there. Yeah, and the garage door just knocked it down and broke it. So all's not lost. I went ahead and sawed off the handles there so that they're open now, and it's not what I wanted, but it's acceptable. Decided to paint it purple. The yellow just wasn't really working. So I'll go ahead and show you a little sneak peek of my other daughters. While I was working on that one, I went ahead and finished hers, and it's pretty cool. But that's all you get for now. More later. I'm not 100% happy with this. I'm impatient to start on the monkey, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'll do some touch-ups later on, and we'll make it pretty later on. But now we're going to start on the monkey, which is really what I'm looking forward to. So let's remove the tape and see how it fared. So my issue here is picking out the color scheme. I know what I want to do with the monkey. It's the outlying areas. I know what I want to do to trim this. Again, it's the outlying areas here. So that's where I'm kind of like, I'm not sure. I think I've got it. I think I do. All right, a lot of work to do here. Let's get started. Okay, so we have reached the end of this project, or just about. We have one more thing to do, and that is to finally turn these into Lego lap tables, which is what we are going to do right now. So we have Lego base plates, and my daughter River, she has decided she wants green and blue plates. That way she can have water and land at the same time. And then my other daughter Aria, and I've been working on this off camera, she decided that she wants gray. So what we're going to do now is to take this 2-part epoxy resin and mix it together and brush it on there, and just I'm going to set something heavy on top of it, maybe clamp it down and let it rest overnight, and then we're done. I'm thinking we're going to need this whole thing, but you know, I've never done this before, so I don't really know. I'm just going to use the whole thing. Better to have too much than not enough, in my opinion. Oh, this stuff smells. It smells like dirty gym socks. Something. Yeah, that's awful. All right, mix it up. It says to mix it for 20 seconds or until it's completely combined. So now this Gorilla epoxy sets in 5 minutes, so it gives me 5 minutes to work. And oh, that smell just got, God, it gets worse. There's some rotten eggs in there. Oh, gorilla armpits, I think. The armpits of gorillas. That's why they call it gorilla glue. I always wondered. And I have no idea what the best way to do this is. I have a feeling this is not it. Do the same thing over here. I don't know if I've said this before, but I will definitely reiterate it if I have. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. This is not an educational show, by the way. Beardacus Articus is just a dude who has a pretty awesome beard, making what he thinks might or might not. There's a good case to be made about the might not, but maybe makes art of some sort. It is absolutely, wear gloves. That's, you know, gloves are important. I have gloves. Why am I not wearing gloves? Because I'm not very intelligent sometimes. You know, I just kind of go at things half-cocked sometimes, and that's the way I do it. But anyway, as I was saying, this is not by any means meant to be an educational YouTube show. This is just me doing. So, you know, just maybe don't do things the way I do them. Maybe find a better way, more intelligent way, you know. But on the other hand, if this inspires, then it's really cool. So I hope it does. So this guy right there, blue, dabu dee dabu die. I'm going to take my book, Dashcam Trucker, America Through the Eyes of a Truck Driver, by me, Paul Spear. Look it up on Amazon. Get that and stick it right here. It's a heavy book. Heavy. Nothing too fancy. And now we just have to let it rest. So it's been a while, and now the resin is set. I will remove my shamelessly plugged book, Dashcam Trucker, America Through the Eyes of a Truck Driver, Amazon, paperback and hardback version for sale. Just so you know, I will show you. It's pictures of America from the dash of a semi-truck. Really awesome. All right, so now we're officially done. We have our Lego lap table. It's not perfect. It's not the way I wanted it to be, but it's really, really awesome in its own right. I think she's going to love it. So I learned a lot in the process of doing this, and that's kind of the point. You know, my imagination, if I allow it, it will just run wild, and I'll think of all sorts of things that I want to do, and then oftentimes I'll say, oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have the tools, or whatever, and I don't do it. And I think whenever I do that, I do myself a disservice. I allow my imagination to kind of be squashed, and it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, it won't grow. It won't develop. And so I decided that I'm going to develop my imagination muscle. And so is this perfect? No, it's not perfect. It's far from perfect. But I've learned an awful lot. And I get something out of that. And what do I have to show for it? I have something tangible that my kids can hold on to, that they can look at for years to come and say, my dad made that for me. And that's really cool. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Perfection is it's not attainable. Let's not even try. Let's just take what we can think of and turn it into something worthwhile. And I really enjoyed that. So I learned a lot today. Thanks so much for hanging around and watching these videos with me. Until next time. Hey River. Guess what I found for you? You want to see what I made?
Yeah.
I made it just for you.
I love that monkey.
You love the monkey?
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
There's a heart right there
Yeah.
on his paw.
Just for you.
It's like land, sea.
Yep. You can make Lego stuff with it. Is it the coolest thing you've ever seen? Do you love it?
Yes.
Do you want to build on it?
Yes.
Well, then you should build on it.